Sponsors Premier League darts on Sky Sports.
The greatest year of his life.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Professional Darts Corporation proudly presents the final of the Betway Premier League Darts. Coming to you live on Sky Sports. Time to meet the finalists. Firstly, would you please welcome 5-time champion of the world, Raymond van Barneveld. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of 3 major titles. He is the reigning and defending Betway Premier League champion and the champion of the world, mighty
£10,000 here at the O2 for the final of the Betway Premier League Darts for 2014, and it could be a classic. Mighty Michael van Gerwen, the reigning champion, finished top of the table against the man who finished second in his first final, Raymond van Barneveld, and Wayne Mardle and John Parcher in commentary. Wayne, it was a very relaxed looking Barney that made his way up to the hockey.
It was indeed, Dave, a lot more relaxed than against Phil Taylor. And in his first round match, Barney showed all the signs of someone under pressure. Already looking like a man who knows what he's doing, knows what he's got to do to be Premier League champ. Michael van Gerwen just got over the line against Gary Anderson, 8-7. Barney is 4-1 down to Phil Taylor and 1-8-5. Both, John, on a high because they're in the final.
Well, I'd say Barney had more of a high because I think kind of there was this sense that Michael just got by and really dodged a bullet, and he did. He had a great start to that last leg with the 1-7-1 on the 3 different trebles, and that sort of won him the match, but it still was a narrow victory, and in some sense he's feeling lucky about it. Not as supreme as Raymond felt at the end of his semi-final match.
A bit of a slow start to this match. I'm sure it'll liven up in a minute. This is what you sit in front of the TV for. That's 5 perfect darts. That is 6 perfect darts. I wonder, we haven't seen a 9-darter in the Premier League for 2 seasons. Robert Thornton is the closest anyone has came. Treble 19.
Well, they gave it a good run, and I'm sure he's not done yet. It's only the first leg after all.
Good start though. Possible 10-darter. Michael, I was talking to after his win against Gary, said he felt so nervous. Well, until those 3 darts, he hadn't shown any nerves at all in this final.
Now, Raymond needs a sneaky score. I think if he hits a 180, then Michael will just hit it. But if he gets a good score, he might just go under the radar, and Michael might miss again. Oh, that's too much of a wake-up call. Michael will get this double 4.
Perfectly called by John Parr. The 177 wasn't sneaky enough, John, was it?
No, you sort of do. You have to take your opponent unawares, and then all of a sudden the pressure's there. There's a definite, you know, it's not something to be proud of that you're that far behind on a regular basis, so you know what you need to do, but yeah, I do.
58.
Michael going low, so having to switch unsuccessfully. It was a rip-roaring start from Michael.
140.
Barney hit him 140, puts him in total control of this leg. And John, the start of big games, whether they be finals, semi-finals, any round, you do need to get off to a good start. It just makes you feel so much better, doesn't it?
Well, and there's a symmetry between the players as well, usually, about these things. Usually if one gets a good start, the other does. Or it's a slow start, both ways. So one will kick off because of the other one doing something good. Much like the psychology of the 170, 7, making Michael hit it the ball.
Treble 18.
57.
72 left. Will be under pressure, but how much? Well, Michael's looking to score 171 there.
43.
In the end, leaves 160.
72.
You start to 20s. You just move up for double 16 now to level the match.
56. Marking 160.
Well, it's one of those, yes, there's a chance, but come on, it's not easy.
Well, you would have thought he had a good chance, though, after those 180s to start the match. And he's in that sort of a groove. He didn't do it justice there. This is my point. It's double 8, and it's there.
It was an important visit, that. That will settle RVB down. Now, the last time these two met in a major final was the 2012 Grand Slam. Barney was victorious on that occasion, winning 16-14. And what I remember from the game was the fact that he set the pace, John. He was the one calling the tune. He was the one who set out his stall to be slightly more methodical. Do you think that's a way forward here?
Well, that's his key, really. He needs to play his pace, and I think earlier in his career he might have liked to play a little faster, but these days this pace here is perfect for him. And I think as you get older as a dart player, you do slow down, and it suits you better. And on the flip side, the positive is that might just take some of the edge off of Michael having to wait a little longer, think a little more. It's not a tactic as such, but it will play like one.
65.
Yeah, just kind of way that Barney's game has evolved. That's a real poor dart from Michael.
93.
Brilliant cover shooting on the treble 18. This is one of Barney's favourites, 60-60-36.
140.
Well, let's see if Michael can give a better effort on this 160 effort. Yes, a good start. Needs to follow it in, but deflected to the one.
64. Raymond requires 16.
Great chance now for Raymond.
This is a break, and the reason he's earned a shot and converted. But the reason he's earned the shot is the fact that Michael is only at 1-140. Okay, he's at 2 180s, but Barney is at 6 140s already. That is a lot. That's a lot in 3 legs, let me tell you.
Yeah, well, Raymond has been consistently scoring, even in that leg where Michael had the 2 180s. So he's been much better all around. Michael pressing just too hard, I think. He worked well that first leg, but he hasn't maintained the momentum of play.
100.
This is a huge game back in Holland. Millions will be watching in live, watching the 2 most successful Dutchmen darts has ever seen go toe-to-toe, head-to-head. Who
105.
will be the winner?
Raymond requires 116.
He missed the 156. And he's missed
100.
the 116, but both times he's left double eights. When you are missing big shots, John, and you leave yourself a double, there's a feeling of you're doing it right, aren't you? You're not messing around.
Yes, that's for sure. And setting it up comfortably. Hey, Gerwen, look at that. You don't see that too often. 248 on the board at the completion of the leg. And yeah, sure, Raymond started it, but still, that's shocking.
Barney averaging 102. Michael van Gerwen 87. 88 now.
25.
That is not good enough. That will not get anywhere near this man.
Yeah, you know, in his interview after his semi-final win, Van Gerwen said, I didn't play as well as I can. It was a good game, and it was a much better standard he played there than here. But he said, I'm going to play better in the final. And it was almost like a prayer more than a confident statement. And he just got that sense that he is nervous about this.
Being two Dutchmen, there's a lot of one-upmanship. There's a massive rivalry between these two. Said they'll be watching live in Holland and roaring on their favourite, whoever it may be. Michael has always said he wants to emulate Raymond van Barneveld in winning more than 5 world titles. A comfortable hole.
Well, in this case, it's Raymond van Barneveld that wants to emulate Michael van Gerwen and being a Premier League champion.
Correct. This is Barney's first final in the Premier League.
59.
Gone is the monkey off his back where he couldn't get through that semi-final. In his 7th attempt, he achieved it. Never in doubt, was it? There was a fluency, an inevitability about the outcome, just like this. Oh, hello!
Bit of a result there for Van Gerwen. His answering the 180 seemed to put Barney off.
92.
Good 54 to leave 170. Now Barney's wanted 156 and left double 8. He's wanted 116 and left double 8. Can he leave a double? This is brilliant. The setting up shooting is superb.
Not as brilliant as this 170 could be. Needs another treble. No. Just have a feeling the way he went the 180 and then no.
Barney's favourite double. Doesn't miss this. Thank you for making me not look like a buffoon, Barney. He is playing quite beautifully.
134.
There we see those averages. Van Gerwen up 10 points to 97 in that short a span.
125.
And Barneveld 104.48. And that's about where he'd want to be, although I'm sure he'd like to tweak that up a bit more.
Well, when they met in week 4 of the league, Barney won 7-5 with 108 average.
47.
On the return match, Michael won 7-4 with 105 average.
140.
They clearly like playing each other. They clearly find something within their opponents to switch themselves on. Like I said, the one-upmanship.
137.
Professional sportsmen in them.
Double 18. Not too close, but that one is. The first dart at double 18, it was almost a dart to say, look, I don't want to end up on double 9 and make a mess of this leg, so I'm just going to throw one up as a sort of marker so I can find the double, and sure enough he did.
95.
Not an on-the-wire sort of marker where you guide it in, but just something so you get the feel.
Yeah, a bit like a guide for double 1, John.
59.
You don't go inside, don't go inside. Only a ton. Michael having trouble finding a treble
41.
in this leg.
Yeah, and these are the legs where he needs to. Against the throw, he needs to get a break back. Well, he needs to get one back, but he needs one.
136.
Superb. Barney from around the 200 mark. Okay, that was 306, but Barney from around this area is leaving a double every single time. That really was the commentator's curse.
I think he hit a 5 there because he was still deciding whether he wanted to go for the bull or not if he left it. I think he distracted himself because he was still deciding. Do I give the crowd a show or do I set up my double? And that, see, these little distractions of thought play into darts like that big 5.
Now we know what goes through your head. 60. .32 left.
56.
Michael nowhere in sight.
It's 131, kind of a curious choice. It's double 16 though for Raymond, and we go to the break and he has a 5-3 lead. Raymond van Barneveld. Cinderella story of 2014. Just motoring along after being down in the semi-final. He isn't looking back now.
Betway sponsors Premier League darts on Sky Sports. Betway sponsors Premier League darts on Sky Sports.
The greatest year of his life.
Battle of the Dutch Masters. Barney looking relaxed as he made his way to the hockey. A focused Michael van Gerwen took the early lead, but Barney kept his cool, leads 5-3, 102.12 average, 63% on the doubles. Can Barney hang on and lift his first Premier League crown? Rod Studders joined Wayne Mardley in commentary.
Thank you, Dave. Indeed, joined by Rodri Stud. Rod, what have you made of the first 8 legs? And we know that Michael's slightly regressed, but Barney playing so much better.
I think you made a really good point early on in the piece, Wayne, when you said, looking back at the Grand Slam of Darts final a couple of years back, that it was Barney controlling the pace, setting the early lead and going on with it. He's doing it again. I wonder if that 180 from MBG will jolt Van Barneveld out of his stride. But at the moment, Barney knows, just as he did in that Grand Slam final, just keep winning your own throw. Keep edging ahead, edging ahead, edging ahead, and the winning post will arrive.
We have seen a break changer match. Michael come out, all guns blazing.
77.
Barney, well, he hasn't pulled the choke out, he's stuttering.
57.
One win apiece in the round-robin phase of the competition. Van Gerwen's the most recent of those. He beat Barney 7-4.
57.
A couple of weeks back.
64.
Was in Newcastle. It was a top of the table decider.
140.
This is a much more important match.
We've seen a lot of legs like this where the person throwing first has really dominated and dictated the leg.
24.
For a perler of a leg, double six, gets it. Just the one leg in it, just the one break.
Every time Barney toes the hockey first, feels like a very big leg, because any one of them could be the break back from Van Gerwen.
Barney slightly looks like to me he's just lost that little bit of rhythm. He has. He's got to get that back.
60.
Because within the blink of an eye, this man, the green machine, can rattle off 3 or 4 legs and you can find yourself in a bit of bother.
Well, he's in bother in this leg, that's for sure. A leg that Barney started, hasn't found a treble yet. Eyebrow-raising stuff from the big Dutchman, but Van Barneveld has watched Van Gerwen hit consecutive ton 40s.
170.
Then a 170. Brilliant scoring from Michael since the break. And Barney was left for dead in the last leg. It's happening again.
81. Michael, you got 51.
Double 16, 11 darter, simple as that. Really is as simple as that. And in the twinkling of an eye, Van Gerwen has levelled the match at 5-all.
For the first 8 legs, Barney
59.
was dictating everything about the game, about this match. Now he finds himself level, thinking, hold on, I should be in front here. Well, when you go off the ball for a couple of seconds, it can mean the difference between winning and losing.
58.
It's a Dutch darting rivalry that's been almost a decade in the making. They first crossed arrows back in 2006 in TV tournaments.
100.
IDL, and really Van Gerwen was the young whippersnapper challenging the great daddy of Dutch darts. He's gone past him now, hasn't he? So now Barney is the challenger.
Well, Michael van Gerwen in that tournament that you are on about, he had the quickest, as we see Barney, his third 180. Michael had the quickest set of darts in history. 9, 10, 12. Will that ever be rivalled? And it was against this man.
Barney won that game. Is he going to get it right tonight?
Is this a stalling? Is this a...
It's got to be, hasn't it?
54.
He knew what he wanted. I mean, it had to be. That's got to be deliberate. There's no way that Barney could take that long to work out that he needed 16 to leave double 16.
94. Raymond required 32.
Just keeping him waiting. Gets it. That will settle him down. It seems ridiculous that in the 11th leg that will settle him down, but after the break,
Game on.
he really hadn't done anything right, apart from hitting that double 16.
Well, the old man him, didn't he? Not that I'm trying to pension the great man off, but that was an old darting dog's trick from Barney.
136.
It made him feel better, which he obviously did. Throw him with a bit more purpose now. That was unlucky.
95.
Seesaw struggle. Really has gone one way then the other since the break. Remember, Barney was 5-3 up. MVG levelled in no time. 5-all. Barney then, virtue of that slow, quick, slow finish at the end of that 11th leg, has gone in front again, has the darts here to go 7-5.
99.
Both players just loitering under the ton mark. It's no good for Barney, that dart. That's why he switches away. Brilliantly done.
28.
Was it ever? How about this? How about that?
171.
Fabulous. Fabulous darts. Oh, look at this. Gourmet darts. Can he feast on tops?
That is a game changer. Michael van Gerwen. Shockingly brilliant setup. Superb. We expected a cracker. We have one.
$135.
6 maximums to Michael van Gerwen, 3 to Van Barneveld in the first leg of the match. Van Gerwen went 180, 180, treble 20, and then missed treble 19 to continue the 9-dart run.
When he throws them hard, he throws them good. He knows he has the game. RVB knows he can beat Michael in finals. He's done it. We've alluded to the Grand Slam. This is a leg that he can win to move within 2 of being crowned Premier League champ. The pressure is on MVG.
Yes. Oh, no. No. Wrong treble. Means no shot even at bull.
105.
I think that's greed. That's trying to leave a double rather than a bullseye. You've got to hit the segment you're going for. Otherwise, you could find yourself in big bother. Will he? Yes, he will. Barney has livened up. He's leading 5-3, got pegged back to 5-all. Since then, it's been the RVB show.
He's relaxed. He's so laid back, you feel he could throw, lying on his back.
140.
In a deck chair. Cool.
140.
Look how cool he looks, Wayne.
Well, he's going to come out with a line from the song there. He saw his face and now he's a believer.
130.
I just think he is. Barney's got that glint in his eye. We know he's got the ability.
140.
Look at them. Averages, superb.
And even when Van Gerwen rallied from 3-5 to 5-5, there was no appearance from Raymond van Barneveld and the head shakers.
91.
Cool as a cucumber tonight, Barney. 2 legs away. and the big prize and the big title.
130. Raymond, you require 136.
60. Will stay there. Looking for a treble. Huge amounts of pressure on Michael. Could go bullseye, could go treble 17. Single 16 now. Double 9. Pulled it.
82.
Pressure.
Raymond, you require 36.
His favourite double to go within one leg of being the Premier League champion of 2014, and the crown is sitting uneasily on the champion's head. Van Gerwen has to win 5 successive legs.
100.
We know that Barney can close it out. We know that. 5 times world champ. Grand Slam champ.
134.
UK Open champion. Desert Classic champion. I ain't going to mention all his famous other wins because there are far too many, and this game could end within 2 minutes.
Barneveld turned up tonight as the rank outsider of the 4-man field, a 9-1 brag. Van Gerwen was the favourite, but Barneveld is making those odds look very foolish.
$174.
100 in front is Michael. Every time Barney hits a treble now, forever how long this match goes, the pressure will just mount on this man.
57.
Well, this would be the perfect way to finish off a tremendous Premier League season and delight the Dutch crowd. You can't do it in style.
92.
Week after week,
110.
these two have thrown some majestic darts. How many more are we going to see before one of them is crowned champion? Barney knows that this is the time, this is the leg. He has to be aggressive. You have to go and get your dream. It's not going to come to you.
97.
No, he's got to go at it. No messing around, no mercy shown.
96.
Set the dial straight to exterminate and obliterate his Dutch opponent.
When you are throwing for a match, or especially throwing first, and you hit a treble
97.
just like that, your opponent has to hit too. Otherwise they'll never get in front of you. He's making him,
100.
he's making Michael now miss.
We've seen Van Gerwen run off 5, 6, 7 straight legs. Fantastic. Right in the meat of the match, when the temperature is at its hottest, Barneveld is at his coolest.
134.
This is what his defence of the Premier League. Is it about to end? Treble 19 will not get a shot. Probably wouldn't have gone for bullseye anyway. Again, leaves a double after setting it up. What a perfect performance
57.
from RVB.
His first Premier League final. Barney wants tops. Double 10. Michael van Gerwen may be the world champion, but tonight Raymond van Barneveld is the premier player in world darts. He is the Premier League champion. He has beaten the world champion and the title holder. He's taken the crown. What a night! What a night for Raymond van Barneveld.
Two of them, as you can see, sharing a hug. Mutual respect for the pair. Barney looks like he could well break into tears, and who would blame him? A man that has been beaten 6 times in a semi-final is victorious. See the look on Michael's face. They're obviously not happy, but what a defence it was. Nearly winning it again. These two, you just feel you're going to see more and more of them in major finals. A proud Dutchman. Sylvia will be at home. He's pleased for her husband as anyone.
Doesn't come any better than this. He's beaten Phil Taylor and Michael van Gerwen. Let's join our MC for the presentation. It's John McDonald.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again a thrilling final. Now it's time for the presentation. Would you please welcome the chairman of the Professional Darts Corporation, Mr. Barry Hearn. Would you please welcome director of Betway, Mr. Bob Dutnell. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, the runner-up. The runner-up receives £75,000, and it goes to MVG, Michael and Gerwen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after 16 amazing weeks, all four corners of the country, the winner, receiving £150,000, the magnificent trophy, but most important of all, the title of Betway Premier League champion, Raymond van Barneveld.
Raymond, congratulations. Before tonight, you'd never made a final. Now you're the Premier League champion. What does it mean to you?
Well, Dave, I don't know. You know, when I went to the World Championship last year, I thought this is the last thing you ever heard from Raymond van Barneveld. Mark Webster beat me in the fair game. You know, he played awesome that night. And he beat me 4-2 or 4-3 in that sense, and I'm thinking, well, can I ever come back? I must admit, the PDC and Sky believed in me to give me a wild card, and I'd like to thank them for that. Thank you, Barry, thank you, Sky, for that wild card at the beginning of February. Every single week I fought against the best players in the world, and they are, you know, it was immense. It was, every week I was traveling hard. I enjoyed it. For the first time in my life, I was enjoying it. I was thinking in the first years that here we go again, you know, Premier League, but the Premier League is something else, you know. You play with the best players in the world every week in the best venues in UK and Ireland. Fantastic. And I thought, Ray, after a couple of weeks, you know, after 8-9 weeks, I thought, you play well, you can win this. And at the end, the last two matches against Michael, against Gary, I'm thinking, hold on, I was already there, you know, I was qualified. I practiced hard for this night. Maybe against Phil, I was lucky tonight, but sometimes you need luck as well. He missed 6 stars to get a 5-2, but at the end, I played a marvellous competition and I won.
You beat the number one in the world, Michael van Gerwen. Michael, if we can have a quick word with you.
You still want to talk to?
Yeah, go on, go ahead.
You still want to?
Yeah, it is working.
Okay, it's working now.
Yeah.
You still want to talk to me?
Of course, yeah. World number one, but it wasn't to be tonight. You've had a decent Premier League, finishing top of the table.
I had a very good Premier League, but not good enough. Tonight, Raymond was the best, and he showed his class in there. He put on his best performance of all nights, and that's what you exactly need to do in a final. And what can I say? Fair play to Raymond, and I need to go back on the practice ball. We've got a lot of tournaments to go.
It's been a busy year for you in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's been very busy, but I don't like any excuse. Simple. I want to win every tournament where I do entry, and I don't want to have any excuses. I want to win every tournament, and unlucky I didn't win this one. Fair play to Raymond, but we've got enough years to go.
The next tournament you're playing on Sky, you're teaming up together, aren't you?
Sorry?
You're teaming up together at the World Cup.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play with him anymore.
But don't underestimate the Finnish guys, you know, like last year.
Can you?
Yeah. Next month in Hamburg, me and Michael, we hope we had a good chance to lift that trophy. But England is strong, Scotland is strong. We have a couple of fantastic teams there, so hopefully we had a good championship there.
Congratulations to both of you, number 1 and number 2 in the table, and in the final together. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Raymond van Barneveld and Michael van Gerwen. And the summer, all about the World Cup, but not that one.
Away. Blistering, that's what this is going to be.
No, this is fantastic!
You will not see better than this anywhere. Let me tell you, this is real sport.
The World Cup of Darts, live on Sky Sports from Hamburg, June the 6th to the 8th. Should be absolutely fantastic. 32 teams gathered from around the world. Who will win the World Cup of Darts? Will it be? And following this one, if you've missed this first time around, make sure you join it this time. Tonight, following this, a little bit of Fry and Waddell. That's next on Sky Sports 1. It's been a brilliant tournament, hasn't it, Wayne?
From start to finish, it's been superb. Michael started off by beating Phil 7-0, and he ends with getting beaten by Raymond van Barneveld, who played absolutely impeccable all night, and it was just brilliant to see.
John, a worthy winner. Barney had a great night at the office, beating Taylor first and then beating Van Gerwen. It doesn't really get much better than that.
He hung in there, you know, at the beginning. It didn't look great. It didn't look like it was going to be his year yet again. But he hung in there like he did. Well, he played so consistently all season long. And I think a lot can be learned from how he approached this whole thing mentally from the beginning week right up until now and being the champion. He was a rock.
It's good to spread these tournaments around as well, not just one winner, but Taylor winning, Van Gerwen winning, Barney winning.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's brilliant for the sport. People don't like to see one man dominate, and we have had that for so long. And I thought it was just quite evident tonight that Phil Taylor, when push come to shove, couldn't quite cross that line. I'm not saying it's a state of things to come, but only he will know that. But it is good to see, because all the others believe. And Barney, as I walked up on the stage, he went, "I never stopped believing." And that is testament to what he said to you about how he's been practicing and doing the right things make a massive difference.
To be fair to you as well, you picked him to beat Barney, to beat Taylor.
I actually picked him at the start, Dave, of the very Premier League, and my bank manager will be very, very happy with me.
As far as Barney's career, this could be a real kickstart for him, couldn't it, once again?
Well, you know, I'm not too sure what he wants to do personally, but this will definitely be a springboard to positive play, winning other things. Winning breeds winning. And he's got a formula now for how he approaches these events. And hopefully he can translate that to tour events more and to the things like the match play and that, because it's not quite the same, but it just about is. He should have a good run now in the weeks and months to come.
Can you see Taylor bouncing back from this, or is it a step too far for even him?
I think it's going to take an incredible effort, I really do. A bit like the effort to get here. That was so unlikely. And the thing is, it's the others as well. It's the other players that are now around to stop him achieving things. He never really had it in the past. He always had the darts. He was always the best by an absolute country mile. Now he's not the best by a mile. In fact, I'll go far as say that Michael van Gerwen is better right now than Phil Taylor. But to dismantle him and say that confine him to the scrap heap, not just yet, no.
A word about the crowds. 10,000 here tonight. And over 100,000 watching the tournament is quite incredible. It just seems to go from strength to strength, this Premier League.
Well, you know, with the audiences we have now in Premier League and even at the World Championship and etc., it's so good to have a real true sport audience here to enjoy our game and to share it with us as players. You know, it feels much more meaningful to stand on a stage with a deserving audience than it does to be in a room somewhere playing just in front of a camera, say. This is where the sport is right now, and it's fantastic.
Those two are going to take a bit of stopping at the World Cup, aren't they, John?
Yeah, well, there might be a bit of dissension now, and I'm figuring if the Canadians get a shot at them, we'll probably take care of them.
It's been fun, Wayne, hasn't it? The tour has been brilliant. 16 nights of entertainment.
It's always been one of the fun events from the very, very start in 2005. What an event and what a winner.
Cheers, boys. You've been brilliant to work with over the last 16 weeks. Barney wins the Battle of the Dutch Masters. He's the Betway Premier League champion. Good night.
Well, you could have been a wonder, taking your circus to the sky. You couldn't take it on the tightrope. No, you had to take it on the side. You always like it undercover, tucked down between your dirty sheets. But no one's even listening to you. And between the hollers and the screams, I'm not sitting on that head. Another dirty bird ain't doing how to taste it. Ain't a black of the night to the red morning light. You got your cozy little corner. All night you're jamming on your beat and hanging out just like a street sign. Ain't for the $20 tree. I hear you blowing like a feather, and then they rub it in your face. Oh, once they've had all the fun, hun, you're at the bottom of the cave. And now sitting on that head, another dirty bird ain't giving out a taste. Ain't a black of the night to the red morning light. And now sitting on that head, you're giving all you didn't want away. That's not right.
Watch all 6 Sky Sports channels on your mobile and online.
The 170 checkout. A combination of skill, precision, but most of all, nerve. Betway sponsors Premier League darts on Sky Sports.